How's it going, everyone? This video is going to be about the silver bullet. Now for this one, we are going to be focusing on the AM session only and using NQ as the ticker. We are first going to hop into a PDF, go over the model and framework before we hop into TradingView for some examples, and then into FX Replay for, I'm gonna be focusing on the 10 to 11 AM time window, or the AM session silver bullet window. The only time I will take entries is if it appears between 10 and 11 AM. Now for the framework, I will use the previous candle's high and low to frame reversals, and in this framework, I'm going to use the previous hour's high and low. And in this case, that's the 9 AM hourly candle. So the first thing I do when I get to the charts is once 10 AM hits, I'll use the previous hour's high and low, or the 9 AM hourly candle, and I'll mark off the low and the high of that. After that, I am looking for price to take one side of this range. So in this case, it takes the 9 AM high, and then I look for an entry to target the 9 AM low. Similarly, if we were to take the low of this candle, then I would look to be targeting the high. Now these entries have to fall within 10 to 11 AM window, or I will not be looking for them. So let's take a look at a few examples of that. So here we are on the hourly chart, and the first thing I do is mark off the high and the low of the 9 AM hourly candle. So here I have marked that off. Now I drop down to the 1 minute time frame. Now for simplicity's sake, I'm going to remove these because I already have TFO's indicators set up to mark out that range for me. The next thing I'm gonna do is mark out the silver bullet window, and that is from 10 AM to 11 AM. All I do is sit back and wait for a stop rate to occur below this low or above this high. So here we have a stop rate. Now I'm looking for an entry model lower to target this low. So let's see what happens. No displacement down yet, displacement back up, so we're probably gonna reach for this high. Now let's see what happens here. Okay, come back down, no displacement down, and here what I see is this order block here because it's supporting price. So we'll let one more candle play out. We have a fair value gap there as well, and midnight opening price. So what I'll do is I'll look to take a short entry. We'll use the midnight and the consequent encroachment there, my stop on this high, and where am I targeting? The other side of this previous hour's candle. That is our first example. So here we have our next example and our 9 o'clock candle here. So let's mark out the high and the low, and then drop down to the 1 minute chart. Once again, I remove those lines as I have the session indicators set up to mark this out for me. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is mark out 10 AM and 11 AM with a vertical line, as that is the silver bullet window. Now let's go ahead and watch price action. You can see that price never swept the low or the high of this range. So this would be a session where I would not be looking to take a trade. If you want to see all of my trades in real time and follow the exact setups I'm taking, check out my Telegram channel, follow link in my bio. I also run a private trading group where I share detailed setups, trade management, and daily signals that have already proven themselves over the long run. Right now, everyone who joins through the link in my bio gets 1 month of free access to the private group.